Welcome to our first ever salon sessions with Studio One. And today we're going to be talking about things we wish we knew in beauty school and we weren't taught.
Ugh.
So the first off we're going to talk about is our experience in beauty school and things that we wish we knew. Janelle, we're going to start with Janelle today.
I was very thorough with how I researched beauty school, which beauty school that I wanted to go to. And I went to this one because one of their things that they, the one that I picked was they advertised business training. So the business side appealed to me so much, but when I got to, and that was the draw of this. So when I got to the beauty school, it was we were learning all the hair, and then it became this, okay, now we're going to take a business class. And I am not even joking you when I say the business class was literally the instructor sitting us down and saying, okay, how much do you want to make? Write down how much you want to make at the end of the year. Write down how many days a week that you want to work. Divide that number by that number. How many clients do you want to do? Divide it by that number. And it's okay, this is what you're going to have to charge each client to make that at the end of the year. And that was it.
Wow.
That was the business training.
It was more than what I got.
But that was it. That was all it was. That was okay, now, so that's what you got to do. That's what you got to charge each client.
For me, my experience was a little different because I was coming out of town into Fresno and just looking for a place that would do a part-time for me because I was working and wanting to come part-time. So it was kind of a sad but good experience at the same time for me because everybody I started with left a whole year before me because it took me so long to really go through that program. So I did learn a lot of theory, I should say, because I went in the morning and so everything was book work. So I passed my state board that part easily. And the whole practical part, I did get a lot of it, but I felt like I didn't really learn that much because it was I did 2 things in beauty school and then I was out.
Yeah. Learn what to do with clients.
Correct. Yeah.
Because you learn from a book, but then there's people.
Yeah, it was really different and I felt but I mean now what beauty school doesn't even, I mean obviously that part was good because they don't even teach that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only theory. There's not even any practical.
Like a
blows
mannequin?
my
Yeah.
mind. That's there's so much to it. What about your experience?
I think that I wanted to find, I didn't know where to go. You just kind of whatever's near, right? You don't have,
Yeah.
Now in hindsight, there are places maybe I should have gone, but anyway, I chose it because it was close. I wanted to, I loved play, I would cut out Vogue pages of Cindy Crawford and the hair, the makeup, and I would try to do the makeup that I tried to look like that. I tried to do my makeup just like Cindy Crawford, or how do you do that hair? And so I knew I wanted to do hair. Found a beauty school. It wasn't as glamorous as I thought it was going to be. You had to do women with roller sets. You had to do so many hours. You had to do perms. You had to cut men's hair. And I just wanted to style at that time. But beauty school was something you had to do just to get your license, and you got so many hours. And I mean, God, they didn't even, let's see.
Did you guys have that? Did you have that piece of paper where it was your instructor had to sign off how many of
Perms?
each thing?
Yeah.
How many perms you had to do, and then also because it's beauty, it's cosmetology school. How many nails you had, how many pedicures you had to do.
We had to do that, and I just want to do hair. Why do we
Yes.
have to do nails too?
With my test coming out of beauty school, you were talking about how there was theory, right? How you had to do a written test, but you also had to do a practical. I had to take my mom with me I cannot remember the
Fairfield.
Yeah,
something.
Fairfield. I had to take my mom with me and there's 2 places. There's Fairfield
LA
or
and
LA, I think. And I had to take my mom with me. All the instructors were do not make it look like your model is giving you any advice
Yeah,
on like what
that's
to do,
true.
or you'll automatically fail. And I remember my mom being my mom. Like in hindsight, like don't bring your mom as your model. Like it sounds like a good deal, but like she just like doesn't want you to like fail the test. So I remember I was doing the nails and my mom was like did like something with her hand, and I think the instructor caught it, and I just remember being like, Mom, like you were like supposed to like not even be a person. Like you're not supposed to be a person like at all. And it was fine. I mean, I passed my test, guys.
Like I took my grandma, my poor little grandma was like praying her rosary. I said, you cannot talk to me or say anything. And she's like, I was just praying for you all day, but the whole time. But I don't think you have to take a model
Yeah, we had to
anymore.
work on real people.
So it went from like a real person to a mannequin, and now there's no
Zero.
nothing.
So there's going to be a lot of bad hair, I guess.
Possibly.
I mean, unless they have
Possibly.
really good teachers and really hone in on like
Yeah.
learning in beauty school, but
Family members volunteering.
I know.
Poor family members. When you never actually, you're learning. How are they learning to cut? I don't know. Like, how are they
Because
learning?
like with us, our salon, like people knew that they were getting like not our salon, but our school like had a salon.
Mm-hmm.
So people came in like voluntarily knowing, like obviously our prices. I think a haircut was like $7.
Mm-hmm.
But you like it was being
Yeah.
on the floor, right? Like you guys
Yeah.
had to work on like real people.
yeah, I did too.
But like,
Yeah, like the
I
last-
believe it was like I was like the last class that like had to work, and I don't even know like honestly like these last couple of years with like COVID like no experience.
well,
with
that
people.
is, I think, even worse. So like, I feel like
Yeah.
the students that have been graduating the last couple of years during COVID, like, they didn't learn any like skills, like personal skills, I guess. Like you're gonna have to learn that too, right?
Yeah, because
Because that's what you're learning, I guess, in school. But
Well,
that's
those are the
it.
things that we didn't really
yes,
know.
No.
that
Because
goes back to
I-
things that we wish we knew in beauty school. Is like they teach you
They
how to
actually,
cut hair,
Yeah.
barely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. They
Yeah.
teach you one
Zero
specific
degree,
haircut.
zero degree.
Zero
Not
degree,
0 degree layers.
to
There
90
was a
degree.
couple.
No, it was 90 degree layers. It was like literally, it was like up.
We
out.
learned concave. I learned
Some.
more
Well, you had a
technical.
better beauty
Yeah.
school. Yeah, maybe
But-
it was your instructor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I did learn that.
It does all come down to the instructors.
Mm-hmm.
But where were we going with that?
Well, just how to interact with an actual person. Because I just want to do hair.
zero.
And I want to do the color I want to do, and I want to do the haircut I want to
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
But you know what?
There's-
They come in and they want, what
And
they
there's
want.
people.
Yeah.
There's people attached to the hair.
Right.
Like we were talking about that earlier. It was like, oh my gosh.
How did you feel with that first?
Yeah.
That first model.
My
Like that first client
the
in your
first
chair.
client in my chair. It might have been a man. I think it took 2 hours to cut his hair. It's terrible. Leaving there, were we really prepared? Did you feel prepared to take on new clients? Or
Oh heck no!
No, we
no,
weren't,
No,
and-
no. I was afraid. Like, yeah,
Right.
I flew by and got my license of flying like easy peasy, but I also was there for a long time. But then, heck no. So like that's where we went into our different paths and like at a beauty school. I mean,
Yeah.
like for me, I knew that I wasn't confident enough, and I wanted to assist somebody,
Yeah.
and also I wanted to be in a really nice salon in town. So in order to get into those nice salons, you had to like go assist somewhere.
I assisted as
Yeah.
well. And it was one of the best. That's when I realized, oh my gosh, like I'm not prepared. And what was really cool about that is
But
the
did you
person
think
I
you were
work
prepared?
for. No.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Like,
See, that's
oh,
when
yeah. Like when
that
you got
confirmed.
like when you got your piece
I
of
was
paper.
not prepared.
Oh, that-
It confirmed I was not prepared.
When I got my piece of paper, I was like, oh, this is like golden ticket. Like you just like, and then you actually get into it, and then
Yeah.
you're like, I know nothing.
No, I knew.
about
I knew nothing.
anything. I know nothing.
Yeah, yeah. It just so when I went into that first salon, I was an assistant, and I would have to. They'd make me watch a video, and then I'd have to do the haircut. Watch another video and do the haircut. I mean, and it was like technical. These people knew what they were doing. Where are you standing? Where are you
But
holding that
didn't
head?
you learn technical in beauty school? No. You thought you did?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you held the hair at 0 degree.
Yes.
Okay. But also everybody's head shape's different. They don't tell you that.
But, yeah,
Maggie
I can
has
see
the
that.
same head.
Well,
All
You've
the
been cutting
Maggies.
on Maggie's or whoever
yeah, I mean,
her
you
name
did
is.
some haircuts, you know, but it was always like the same little haircut, right? I dealt with elderly women that had the same haircut, so I didn't know how to do it
artist
different.
Roller
Yeah,
sets,
you know, it was just
roller sets like that, the finger dexterity of like, you know.
Yeah, and,
Working as an assistant, like that's really what like started my career off, was becoming an assistant. And
Yeah.
every Monday I would have to go in, like you were talking about, and I would have to watch like one haircut, and then I would have to do that. School is how to like not
honestly
cut
feel
yourself.
like it just got me through to get my license, and I just was not prepared. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess it'll
so-
depend on too, like what school you do kind of choose. And like I said, if
Yeah,
you're,
so-
maybe it could be even a cheaper school, but it's really who's teaching you, who's teaching at that time. Like, who's someone who's
It
really invested, who really cares about the students and is willing to share their knowledge. And you know, there's some there just to earn a paycheck.
I had some instructors that were actually like, that was like what they did, but they also worked in a salon. And I feel like those those instructors were way more valuable.
Yeah.
Because they were like, they had clients also. I think if I were to go back and do it a little bit differently, because I did research
Yeah, you
all
did.
of the
Your
things,
business part
but
of it.
I didn't know, this is something that I didn't know, and I wish that I was told, is one of the community colleges here in Fresno at the time was offering, you could take a business course at the same time as like, and it would, and like hair would be like the trade, but you could take business courses also. So you would have a BA,
Yeah.
but you would also be like certified in like
In hair
in
dressing?
hair, like, and then you could also like be qualified to have so many hours to, because it's all about hours, right?
Oh, yeah.
Going back, if I were to do it
Going
over,
back, but then-
research,
Yeah.
look into city colleges, look into different beauty schools.
And
Can you go maybe
Yeah.
away, go out of town if you have that opportunity? That's wonderful. There's some really amazing places outside of our community here. Once I got into a salon environment, I realized, hey, these people take it seriously. They're always learning. They're
Oh,
always
yes.
they're always learning,
We're always
and I want to be that
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
And so basically, guys, beauty school gives you a legally binding contract to practice in your state. And it is up to you as a hairstylist, it is up to you as a future business to further your education. And we're to create an avenue to further your education. So we are so passionate about this. And if you want to hear more, subscribe to this, like, follow us, and comment below. Like, what do you guys want to hear from us?